One of the most important concepts to understand when you're learning Excel is the difference between absolute and relative referencing. And I did mention this briefly a couple of lessons ago. And it's worth noting that by default, Excel uses relative referencing. So let me show you a very quick example of relative referencing, and then we'll dive into absolute and why it's different from relative. So just to demonstrate relative referencing, I'm going to type in some numbers just down here, and we're going to type in some numbers next to these like so. So maybe here I want to have the totals of these numbers. So what I could do is type in sum. I can select the cell range, close the bracket, hit enter, and then I can drag to copy that formula down. Now as I drag this formula down, Excel uses relative referencing to adjust the cell references. If we double click in this first total, you can see the cells that this formula references, I6 and J6. If I take a look at the last formula, you can see that Excel has adjusted those cell references as I've dragged that formula down. So now it's summing I8 to J8, and it's this relative referencing that allows me to copy this formula down, and all of my formulas remain correct. And relative referencing is the default in Excel, but as you'll soon find, it doesn't always work in every situation. It's not always the most appropriate type of referencing to use. So with that in mind, let's take a look at an example of absolute referencing. Now what you can see here on this worksheet is that I have in column A some employee names. In column B, I have the departments that they work in. In column C, we have the number of years they've been working there. And then finally, in column D, we have their salary. Now the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to change these to dollar, because that is what my Excel is currently set to. So I'm going to keep everything nice and consistent. Now what I want to do here is I want to work out the bonus amount for each of these employees, and I can see over in cell J1, all staff members are getting a bonus of 2%, lucky all them. So how would I do this calculation? Well, this is going to be a straightforward sum calculation. What we want to do here is we want to take the salary in cell D2, and we're going to multiply it by the bonus amount of 2% in cell J1. I'm going to close my bracket and hit enter, and now I can see there that the bonus is 697.56. So that amount is 2% of their total salary. Now once again, so great, everything is working so far, and what I want to do here is I want to do exactly the same thing for all of the other employees. So effectively, I should be able to grab my autofill handle and drag this formula down, right? Wrong. Take a look at what happens. It's not working. I'm getting 0 in all of these other cells. So why am I getting 0? Well, let's double click and take a look at one of these formulas a bit further down, so we can see which cells the formula is referring to. So here we go. It's doing a sum of D11, which is correct. In this case, we want to multiply the salary. But take a look at J10. J10 is over here, and that is a blank cell, because Excel has assumed that if I'm dragging this formula down, it needs to modify the cell references and move those down one each time as well. And for the salary part of this calculation, that is absolutely fine, but it's not fine for the bonus. In this example, we always want this formula to refer to cell J1. We don't want it to adjust and move down to any blank cells. So with that in mind, we need to make cell J1 absolute. So let's delete out everything we have, and let's do our formula again. So we're going to say equal sum. It's still going to be D2. We're still going to multiply it by J1, but we need to make J1 absolute. Now the way that we do that is we press the F4 key once on our keyboard, and what that will do is it's going to place dollar signs in front of the column and the row number. So basically what those dollar signs are is a way of locking to that particular cell. So I'm saying lock column J and row 1. I can close the bracket, hit enter, and now if I double click to copy this formula down, the formula is working. If we take a look at one of the formulas a bit further down, we can see again the cells this is referring to, and this time this is absolutely correct. It's referring to cells D17, and it's multiplying by J1. So knowing when to use absolute referencing is a really important skill in Excel. Now there is another type of referencing that you can do called mixed referencing, and that is where we basically either lock just a column or just a row, and those are by far the least common ways of using cell referencing. Most of the time you're going to be using absolute or relative. So for the time being, we're just going to stick to those two. So you get some practice, and then later on, we'll take a look at mixed referencing. So now these calculations are correct. The only thing left for me to do here is complete the new salary for everybody. And the new salary is basically going to be a sum calculation again, where we're going to do the salary plus their bonus. So equals sum, and we want to say salary plus bonus. This time we're fine with relative cell referencing because we want to copy down, and it's fine for the cell references to adjust each time. So let's double click to copy that down. And once again, I'm just going to change this to currency format. And now we have a completed bonus spreadsheet.